Ladies and gentlemen, Supreme Court has stopped the bulldozer of Balen government. Squatter settlements across the country will no longer be demolished as many as were destroyed are done. In the interim order given by the Supreme Court to the Balen government not to remove squatter settlements, two main points are stated. First, as there is currently a state of fear among squatters and informal settlers, do not displace homeless squatters and informal settlers without the due process of law. Second, the Supreme Court has spoken about the claim of the government and Kathmandu metropolitan city that they have managed the people living in squatter and informal settlements after removing them. Audience, the Supreme Court has issued an interim order against the government's decision to remove squatter settlements. On Friday, the bench of Justice Kumar Regmi and Nityananda Pandey issued an interim order in the name of the government saying not to remove the settlements. In the case of displaced squatters or informal settlers, an interim order has been issued in the name of the opponents until the petition is finalized, saying to provide basic needs including their voice, education, health, and food, and to perform more effective work. Gopal Ran Paheli, Majid Ansari, and others had filed a writ petition on Baishak 11 against the attempt to clear the squatter settlements. The Supreme Court has ordered the government not to forcefully remove to displace squatters and informal settlers from their settlements without following the methods and procedures. Hearing a writ claiming that the government removed squatter settlements in Kathmandu by violating methods and procedures, the bench of Justice Kumar Regmi and Nityananda Pandey gave such an order on Friday. Law student Majid Ansari and others had filed a writ seeking an interim order to stop the work of demolishing squatter settlements anywhere in Nepal by violating procedures. Supreme Court spokesperson Arjun Prasad Koirala stated that an interim order has been issued not to perform the work of demolishing squatter settlements anywhere in the country from now on without fulfilling methods and procedures. Regarding the squatter settlements in Kathmandu, that the government has already demolished using bulldozers, the Supreme Court said that there is no need to issue an interim order immediately. The government has given the interim order mainly on two points. First, as there is currently a state of fear among squatters and informal settlers, the court has told not to displace homeless squatters and informal settlers without the due process of the law. The Supreme Court stated that not following the due process of law would cause irreparable loss to the squatters' rights, including education, health, and housing. Here, the Supreme Court has taken three government decision letters as a basis. The Supreme Court has told not to forcefully remove or displace squatters and informal settlers from settlements without following the step by step procedures specified in point number 91 of the governance reform agenda approved by the Council of Ministers on 2082 Chaitra 13. The circular the circular issued the circular issued in the name of all municipalities and rural municipalities by the Ministry of Federal Affairs and General Administration on 2073 by Baishak 17, and the letter from the Ministry of Home Affairs on Baishak 17. Second, the Supreme Court has also spoken about the claim of the government and Kathmandu metropolitan city that they have managed the people living in squatter and informal settlements after removing them. It has ordered to fulfill basic needs including education, health and food, citing the details of the National Human Rights Commission that the basic needs of the squatters removed from the settlements have not been met. Although the court was informed that long-term management of squatters and informal settlers is being done and all removed squatters have been provided with human treatment and basic needs, problems have been pointed out by the petitioner and the National Human Rights Commission that the basic needs of all squatters removed from the settlements have not been met. The Supreme Court's order states. The Supreme Court further said in the case of displaced squatters or informal settlers, perform or cause to perform more effective work to provide their voice, education, health, and basic needs, including food. Thank you.